Hi guys, it's Miss Filpi here. Today we're going to talk about converting between moles. Before we've been converting from moles to grams or particles or things like that. But now we want to look at what if we want to convert from moles of one substance to moles of another. And in order to do that, we need to use our balanced chemical equation. So I have one right here for you that goes from hydrogen, we add nitrogen to get ammonia. So what a mole ratio says is that for every 3 moles of NH2, or I'm sorry, 3 moles of H2 I have, I'm going to produce 2 moles of NH3. For every 1 mole of N2 I have, I'm going to produce 2 moles of NH3. So we're going to solve these just like we would solve other problems in this class. We're going to underline our given in green. So when you read this, your given is right here, 3.7 moles of N2. And we're also going to underline our wanted in pink or red. And our wanted is moles of NH3. We're going to also set up a roadmap. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go from 3.7 moles of N2. And we want to go to moles of NH3. Wherever there's an arrow, we're going to draw a straight line down. Connect your lines, drop everything down into the box, and then this is probably where you would get stuck. What goes in this bottom box? What numbers go here? Your foldable we made unfortunately won't work for this, so we get this information a couple of ways. The first thing is boxes that are diagonal from each other always have the exact same units. So we know because there's moles of N2 here, we also have to put moles of N2 here. Now we have to figure out where the numbers come from. Well, I always say when moles and moles are in the same house or the same space, we use our mole ratio as our balanced chemical equation. So we have 2 moles of NH3 in our equation, and we have 1 mole of N2 in our equation. We're going to multiply across the top, divide going down. That will give you 7.4 moles. Our moles of N2 cancel out, and we're left with NH3. We were given 2 sig figs in our problem, and we have 2 sig figs in our answers, so we did it correctly. I have one more example for you. We have this one right here. You can't really see. This one right here, where we have lithium and fluorine goes to lithium fluoride and chlorine. So go ahead and balance it. Pause the video now and balance it on your own. Okay, hopefully you balanced it on your own and you got a 2 here and a 2 here. Go ahead and pause the video now and underline your given and wanted. Okay, hopefully you got 0.75 moles of F2 as your given, and your wanted is moles of LiF. We're going to make a roadmap, so pause the video and go ahead and make your roadmap. All right, for your roadmap, you should have 0.75 moles of F2 goes to moles of LiF. Wherever there's an arrow, we draw a straight line down. Go ahead and plug everything into the boxes, pause the video, and see if you can do it. All right, you should get 0.75 moles of F2 here, moles of LiF here. Boxes diagonal from each other have to have the same units, so we know it's going to be moles of F2. We look at our balanced chemical equation for our mole ratio. We had 2 moles of LiF in our equation and only 1 mole of F2. We're going to multiply across the top, divide going down. When you do that, you should get 1.5 moles of LiF. We were given 2 sig figs in our equation. We have 2 sig figs in our answer. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you later.